Welcome to SpendWise Moms. In this video, we will share 10 ways on how to cut the cost of a recipe. There are many ways to cut the cost of a recipe. We will share 10 of them and give some examples. Number 1 is to use something less expensive. If ground beef is too expensive, try using ground turkey. If your favorite brand is too expensive, try using a cheaper brand. Number 2, buy it on sale. If you buy ingredients at rock bottom prices on sale and store them in your pantry, your recipes will cost less to make. Number 3, use less of it. Try using half as much meat or half as many chocolate chips. Number 4, substitute with something else. Use regular pasta instead of tortellini, or substitute grape juice instead of wine. Number 5, add cheaper ingredients to stretch it. For example, add extra canned tomatoes and beans to chili, or extra potatoes, carrots, and onions to a stew. Number 6, use a different type of an item. Use powdered instead of fresh spice, dry instead of canned beans, or bouillon cubes instead of canned chicken broth. Number 7, eliminate an ingredient. If it won't make a big difference, just skip an ingredient that costs too much. Number 8, serve smaller portions. Make food last longer by serving smaller portions. Number 9, make it or grow it yourself. Make your own tortillas or grow your own veggies. Number 10, plate food ahead. Have control over what people get. Give smaller portions of an expensive main dish and use inexpensive sides. For example, give 1 taco to each person and put refried beans and Spanish rice for sides. We will give examples of 5 different foods and how to cut costs for each. First, we have minestrone. Here are some things you can do. Instead of canned beans, use dried beans. If you don't have one of the vegetables, eliminate it and use what you have. If you don't have fresh garlic, use powdered. If you only have white beans at home, use what you have instead of what the recipe calls for. If you don't have vegetable broth, use chicken or beef broth or use water. Stretch your soup by serving smaller portions. Plate ahead by giving soup with bread on the side. Buy beans and other ingredients at the lowest price. You can usually get twice as much for your money if you buy low and stock up. That means twice as much food for the same amount of money. Our second example is with bread. Buy flour and other ingredients on sale at rock bottom prices in the fall during the holiday season. Make an artisan bread recipe that calls for much less yeast. Mine calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of yeast compared to a tablespoon for other recipes. Get yeast in bulk or at a wholesale store like Costco, for example. Go with someone you know and skip buying the membership. Make smaller rolls. Cut slices of bread thinner. Bread is a good filler, so add it as a side dish to recipes that may be more costly. Next, we have chocolate chip cookies. Buy flour, butter, and sugar on sale during the holiday season. You will get at least twice as much as you normally would for the same price. By stocking up on chocolate chips only when they are at rock bottom prices and freezing them, you can save a lot of money. I recently purchased name brand chocolate chips for 99 cents each. Next, use fewer chocolate chips. Skip the nuts. Make cookies smaller. Give each person 1 or 2 cookies and freeze the rest. Otherwise, they will disappear very quickly. I used to freeze cookies individually in bags and put them in lunches for our kids. Make a cookie recipe that cost less to make, like sugar cookies, ginger snaps, snickerdoodles, etc. You won't have to worry about buying chocolate chips if you do this. Make half a batch of chocolate chip cookies instead of a whole batch. Next, we have potlucks. To save money at a potluck, offer to bring homemade bread. Offer to bring veggies if you have a garden and have vegetables available to bring. Offer to clean up. Sometimes people share food that is left over with those who help clean up. Offer to bring homemade tortillas or refried beans if they're having Mexican food. Have the potluck at your own home. If you have a movie night, provide the popcorn and have others bring soda or treats. If it's Thanksgiving, offer to make the turkey, with or without stuffing, and ask others to bring pies and the other side dishes. If it's a breakfast potluck, offer to make pancakes and ask others to bring syrup, butter, orange juice, and bacon. The final food is tacos. Make your own tortillas. Make tortillas smaller. If you want to buy tortillas, buy several packages when they are on sale for $1 or less and freeze them until you want to use them. Use less meat or skip it entirely and just use beans. Cook a little bit of quinoa or some onion and add it to your meat. Buy seasoning on sale for 25 cents or less. Make your own seasoning. Buy spices in the bulk section of the store and only buy what you need. The cost should be around 25 cents or less, and the spices will be fresher and not have any other preservatives. Use dried beans to make refried beans instead of using canned. Freeze extra beans for a future meal. Skip the avocado. Serve it with sour cream instead of salsa since it's less expensive. Use less cheese and more lettuce. Plate the taco ahead so you have control over how much meat, cheese, and other ingredients go inside the taco. Make Spanish rice and serve as a side dish or on the taco itself. Buy ground beef when it is on sale during the 4th of July, Memorial Day, etc. Get only the amount of dried beans you need for one meal in the bulk section. Stretch the tacos by putting one on the plate to start with and putting beans and rice on the side. Grow your own garden and use the tomato and lettuce from your garden on the tacos. Grow your own peppers like jalapenos or Anaheims, for example. Make your own fresh salsa with tomatoes, peppers, cilantro, and onions from your garden. Buy reduced produce if it looks fresh and acceptable to eat, and they have what you are looking for. There are lots of ways to cut the cost of your recipes. Try it and start saving money now.